الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد آمين.
We want to thank you for this day. We want to thank you for the Commissioner General of Prisons for all these great courses that are put for us, that is so impactful in our lives and change us and make us become the important men and women in this department. We want to appreciate you for all the instructors that have been giving us the knowledge, starting from the commandant, that all the glory and honor shall return to you for even the safety granted. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen.
Good morning, sir. Before you, sir, the group of NCO trainees going to present Water Guard Parade. Permission to carry on, sir. Thank you, sir. Gentlemen, sir, take post. Good, Jazum. Good, sir. Slack, gun, wait. Clear.
So now that is assumed the chief guest is coming in.
Magereza. Kikundi cha Zoom kilicho mbele yako meunda na askari magereza 11 wamesimama katika mistari miwili kwa upana. Wako tayari kwa ukaguzi wako, mkuu wa magereza.
The guest is now inspecting the parade.
Mwisho wa ukaguzi. Naomba kuendelea na kikundi cha Zoom. Come here.
Blessing.
The troop before you, they're going to present Master Parade. Master Parade is a gathering of troops for purposes of roll call, inspection and command. And it is mainly known as Nco'S Parade. Facing in front, they don't turn. They are the overseers of the parade, of the orderly of the station, is to ensure that all staff are smart. That's why he's moving around, checking the shoes whether they're polished. He's checking whether their uniforms are well ironed. Or their chief guest. In some stations, has finished checking stuff. And is the
absent one, that is the order budget.
Those ones in civilians we're seeing there, we're having the medical personnel and the welfare of that very station. Welfare is in a very smart suit, and the medical staff she has designed in their attire. As the orderly of the station, after handing over the report, he goes at the far left of senior officers.
2 steps! Stand at his numbers by number. I swear!
If you report for Master Parade when you're drunk, you will not manage to stand like that for long. Yes, those ones that duty officer is checking the stability of the staff by conducting some few, having some concerns. The officer is now handing over parade. Today's Master Parade, and it is Nco'S parade.
We are having 37 staff present. We have 1 absent. We have 2 on leave.
And one of the reasons as to why we conduct Master Parades is for correspondences, especially from prison stock management, and also for proper intelligence gathering by the officer in charge, not forgetting that we are fulfilling the legal obligations of prison standing orders. Then also, sometimes we conduct Master Parades to improve on the security of the unit.
Lines are about 10. We'll advance in lines. About 10. How are we?
Jump, Afande.
Jump.
Afande, I'm late. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sure to join parade, Afande.
Why are you late?
Afande, I had a sick child, Afande.
Even the other day you were late. Again today. Anyway, the child is sick. Have you handled that matter?
Yes, sir.
All right.
He's going to join the parade.
Once again? Yes, sir. And at the end of the day, you find that we have given our security. Sawa? Sawa. Tuko pamoja? Yes, sir. Okay. 2, I also received a concern about Christmas meat.
Thumbs up. Permission dismiss parade. Stop. Thank you. Stop.
Nini Kiswahili?
Yo, stop. Holiday! Miguu sawa. Mistari funga. Baada ya hotuba nzuri kutoka kwa afande mkuu, wale waliovaa sare kamili ya kazi watageuka kulia na kutoa heshima kushoto, na wale waliovaa kiraia watasimama imara. Nyote kwa ujumla kulia tawanyika.
A Baraka parade or a quarter parade, and it is usually a short one. Equally commanded by a senior NCO, that is to be a sergeant or a chief.
Before you is a group of senior NCO trainees ready to demonstrate troops in line parade. Permission to carry on, sir.
So this is being a walk-through parade. It is performed when the troops are looking at each other. The difference is this one doesn't have a bugler. So even without a bugler at the station, you can just conduct a walk-through parade or ulinzi wa heshima, and will come as a commissioner general or his assistant, his appointee. So as you saw, the chief guest came and walked through, and now it's assumed he has entered the station. So the duty is already over. Thank you, asante sana. Getting ready, next we shall be having stripping and assembly.
Clear. Short. Clear.
Oftentimes we have been faced with situations in the field when there is an escape, an open escape, and the gun fails to operate. So these NCOs have been trained to strip a gun in less than a minute, where you can open the gun, strip, put it in order, and be able to continue and fire and pursue the escapee. So our target of these people is less than a minute.
Namba kutoka kulia itikap.
Tano, sita, saba,
Nane, tisa.
10 tu.
Simama imara. Jambo sana. Kikuu cha kupangua na kupanga silaha kilicho mbele yako kimeundwa askari wateule magereza 10. Naomba kuendelea na mazoezi.
Somebody timing. Somebody timing.
Up.
Those who was escaping, I think they will be able to put him out of action even then, isn't it? Hey. So the last person, this second round took 48 seconds, sir. 48 seconds. Those ones are now cleaning. They'll clean and oil.
Asante sana.
Advance in lines. Right on. 3 steps. Backwards march. By the right. Stand still. Finally, the group before you, these are chiefs. We are going to present to you stick drills. Left, right, left, right, left, right, right turn. Left, right, about turn. Left, right, right, go to the right turn. Left, right, advance, right turn. Left, right, go to the right turn. Left, right, out turn. Left, right, the front, salute.
With the chief and their expired chief to be the next promotion of one trainers that have thought twice of taking them through stick drill. So they're here to demonstrate what they've learned during training about. Permission to carry on upon. Thank you so much. Dead right, salute! Left, hit the phone, salute! Left, hit! Left, hit, left, hit, left, hit! Left, hit! Left, hit, left, hit, left, hit! Left, hit the phone, salute! This mchanganyiko mego sawa. The Regional Prisons Commander, Kampala Extra, our dear Commandant, senior officers, our trainers present. I am number 008 of 2023, Senior NCO trainee, Ed Yellow Piers. Sir, on behalf of the NCOs on training, I take this opportunity to appreciate the Uganda Prisons Service and the Commissioner General in particular for choosing us for this course. And
efforts towards professionalizing the service. This course has enhanced our knowledge and skills in management and leadership, among others, as exhibited in our various demonstrations that you have just witnessed. Our chief guest, sir, we feel empowered enough and ready to practice what we have learned over the training period to this day. We request that Uganda Prisons Service continues enrolling prisons officers for these courses to enhance our capacity building. Guest of honor, sir, I want to thank you for God and my country.
Commissioner Generals, that is Assistant Commissioner General Human Resource, Assistant Commissioner General CCA, Deputy Director Afande Kalisa, the Commissioners present, Commissioner Rehabilitation and Reintegration, Commissioner Human Resource Planning and Development, Commissioner Staff Admin and Counseling, Commissioner Correctional Services, Commissioner Quality Assurance, the other officers in charge from on the Hill, Kampala Extra, the representative of Human Resource, that's Mr. John, all the trainers present, both senior and junior, our dear trainees, our band, not forgetting the medical team. Luckily, nobody has visited your tent. I hope it remains like that. Take it in good faith. Good morning to you all. Our chief guest, I would begin by sending apologies from the regional prisons commander. She's having a team of prisons authority that are around for an inspection, so she had to be with them, and she extends her apologies. After this morning, I am very pleased to present before you a total of 285 NCOs. These are in two categories, the Senior NCOs and the Junior NCOs. They reported here on the 22nd of October. So as of today, 20th December, they have spent 8 weeks and 2 days. The Senior NCOs are 141 in total. That is 102 male and 39 female, giving a percentage of 72% male and 28% female, which is not far from the recommended 30%. The Senior NCOs cover the following modules: general overview of PSO, basics of political education, basics in administration of sentences, which is remission, skills at arms, some of which was displayed here, social rehabilitation and reintegration, human rights, general and cross-cutting issues, management and leadership. Chief Guest, you note that the management and leadership they are undertaking is for their level as NCOs. how do they handle the staff under them? They did a baseline test, and they also did weekly tests 1 and 2 before they did the final examinations. They were engaged in parade drills throughout on top of the classwork. And each one of them shot a gun. They all had shooting range, so that was a refresher for them. They also had a tour of some of the prisons where best practices could be learned, namely Upper Prison. They had a guided tour of what happens there. We did a board assessment, and we have assessments on all of them, and I can say they were good. Those are the senior NCOs. The junior NCOs, originally there were 145, but as of today we have 144. One couldn't continue with us. That was on medical grounds. She was 8 months pregnant, and looking at a 2-month course, there was a likelihood of delivering on course. So we had to relieve her. And right now we have 144, of which 109 are male, 35 female, representing 76% and 24% respectively. They did similar courses with senior NCOs, but at varying levels. So the outline, which is general overview of PSO, political education, basics in administration of sentences, skills at arms, social rehabilitation, human rights, general and cross-cutting issues, they also did. The difference is that senior NCOs had a dose of management and administration, being senior. The junior NCOs did final exams. 83% passed. Our pass mark remains 45.1%. So 83% of the junior NCOs passed. 17% did not make the pass mark. Chief Guest, the reasons as I will bring, but even those that don't make the pass mark, during the teaching process, we realized learning has taken place, only that because of some challenges, they couldn't pass the exams. But learning took place and they did exams. The senior NCOs, there was a slight difference, 82% passed, 18% failed. So only 1% of the junior NCOs passed, more than the seniors. Chief Guest, we faced a few challenges in the course of training. As I said, they reported on 22nd October. But that 22nd October, less than half of them reported. Many of them reported late. And the reason was, they said the communication was too short notice. Some got only 2 days notice, and they had responsibilities and families. So their request was for a subsequent training, if they could have maybe a minimum of 2 weeks notice. So that was a challenge. We couldn't begin as programmed. Another challenge, which can explain the failures, we had some cases of trainees who were unable to read and write or understand lessons in the English language. So in the beginning we couldn't identify them, but after identifying, we had to put them in separate classes, have oral class, even have oral exams. So that was a bit of a challenge, which could have explained the slight failure. Yes, sir. Then the other one, which was really out of our control, was bad weather sometimes, which affected some training programs like field, but that one is nature, we couldn't do much about it. On the whole, these trainees have showed a lot of endurance, commitment, and willingness to learn. Looking at the fact that I found that the oldest squad, I think he's 1990. We have someone of 1990, meaning he has been in the service for 33 years. So some of these had taken long without coming back for a classroom experience training. So it was a bit of a challenge, but despite that, they showed endurance and commitment. They were willing to learn. The general health has been good. There was nothing life-threatening. A few cases which our medical team managed to handle. A few had problems, which I may not get into detail, but they were not serious issues. General discipline has been good. They acted, they did not disappoint. They are in service, they are mature, so they acted with maturity. There was not, the main indiscipline was some dodging classes, but maybe I could also attribute it to the previous reason. They are not used to the learning environment, but those were minor. In the end, they were attending the classes. After we shall notice that this is the first time we are having the two categories of NCOs on training. We have previously only trained NCOs, and it was mostly catering for the chiefs. It is the first time we are having Junior NCO training and Senior NCOs training. And I would like to thank the top management for that, professionalizing UPS and bringing about these trainings. I would also like to thank the trainers for your relentless services. Training, I mean, it's easier when you're training these young recruits. They are flexible and they can do much. Training matures is not easy. Thank you for your resilience. But for as long as you're still in service, you're below 60, so you're still young. So thank you for your endurance. I would also like to thank the external facilitators. Chief guest, we called upon different officers from Kampala Extra to give hands-on training, the practical, and some of these officers are here. Thank you for coming here to teach. Plus those from prison headquarters whom we called upon, they came and gave the necessary classes. I would like to thank them. Plus the small committee of training school that organized this pass out. We usually have big organizing committees from headquarters. We had our small committee which has put this together. I would like to thank them, headed by the acting deputy commandant. I will be clear on that, an acting deputy. Thank you for making this what it is today. I would also like to thank the trainers, the trainees. I remember in the beginning I told you, you're mature, don't give us headache. We have enough headache, but you were disciplined enough. So thank you for not giving us migraines. If there were headaches, they were small. The medical pono, the normal headache, the migraine, the headache you gave us was small if it was there. Thank you for that, and keep it up. I'm sure they selected the right people. And I urge you, since you're now fully trained NCOs, go out and do the work like you're supposed to do. Act professionally. You've demonstrated here, showing us that you know. Those that were making mistakes in the demonstrations, they were part of the drill. Because we had to show that, you see, when they say left turn, some actually turn right. So it was deliberate, but you know what you're supposed to do. Don't go and give your supervisors a headache. You're now trained, you're professional, and they are banking on you. So go there and do the right thing. People should be able to see a difference from the chief, the sergeant, the corporal who has come back from training school. I would like to end by congratulating you upon finishing this course. Congratulations. It is upon the chief guest to decide whether you are actually passing out. But as the commandant, we have given you the dose that we prepared for you. I wish you well in the service, continue growing. The sky is the limit. The aspiring chiefs, it is good to aspire for more and more. And when you aspire, you have to show that you're capable. That is why the MC was saying the aspiring chiefs were actually doing better than the chiefs. They may not have much to prove, but you have to show. So continue with that spirit, continue working hard. Uganda Prisons Service is a good place. We are here for you. Next time you may become POs, you will come back, we shall still train you. The Junior NCOs will come back for Senior NCO, we shall still train you. Chief guest, you will have noticed the previous NCO courses were 4 months. This is 2 months. the assumption is the first 2 months is junior, the next 2 months is senior. So these junior NCOs will come back for another 2 months to complete senior. And the senior NCOs, you have done the junior. Now you're done with the senior. I wish you well. Chief guest, thank you very much for entrusting us with these people and all these trainings. Long live UPS. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Deputy Commissioner General of Prisons, sir, you would allow me to adopt the protocol as laid down by the Commandant. Ladies and gentlemen, sir, I am pleased to be presenting to you this team of officers who have undergone the NCO course. I think the first I have handled since I was appointed a director HRM, and I want first of all to welcome all of the officers who are here, and especially those from headquarters who were invited at short notice but have managed to make it here. Allow me, Chief Guest, to sincerely thank you for sparing your precious time and allowing to officiate at this important function of passing out the 285 NCOs, both junior and senior. So these NCOs were meant to be 300, but for reasons that were beyond our control, only 285 reported, and probably it was occasioned by the short notice that we gave them that we were not able to sieve them properly and repress those who were supposed to be repressed. But as indicated by the Commandant, I think next time we shall improve and give the officers ample time to prepare for this training so that we shall be able to have the full number as planned. Sir, you know that the Uganda Prisons Service defined the strategic direction in our institutional development plan, and part of that was to professionalize the service by way of trainings. The direction is well defined in that plan. And so following that, we have launched an offensive in the sense that we intend to conduct these trainings non-stop so that our staff can be fully professional in the various disciplines. So as you can see here, we have junior and senior NCOs. Those courses will continue, and even in the next quarters, third quarter and the fourth quarter of this financial year, we intend to bring another lot. So we shall also have a junior command course for POs, those POs who have never undergone any training, especially those who are recently promoted. I think, sir, you are aware that right now we have the intermediate staff and command course taking place. I believe you are aware that we have the senior staff and command course taking place at Gwevaja, where we have 5 officers. For the intermediate, we have 30. And so we are also working with the commandant of the training school, developing what we are calling the station command course that will mainly target the officers in charge who have been appointed in those positions so that we can orient them on what they are supposed to do at the stations. You are also aware, sir, that recently we are organizing a training for strategic managers at the Civil Service College, and that one still stands. We shall do it probably early next year. And all of these are meant to actualize the strategic direction as was defined in our institutional development plan. So by way of strengthening this training function, we recently trained a pool of trainers. We had a TOT, and those trainers are the ones currently handling the intermediate staff and command course taking place here. Remember previously we had to borrow the trainers from police, but this time around the trainers are ours. We shall only get people from police maybe as the external facilitators, but not as the main instructors. You are also aware, sir, that we are in the final phase of completing the Human Resource Development Plan and the policy, and we also intend to develop the manuals for these courses I have outlined, for those which don't exist, but even those which exist will be reviewed so that we can have concrete manuals well articulated so that our trainees who come here will get value as they undergo this kind of training. So these NCOs you see here, we are carefully selected. We are carefully selected in the sense that we mainly targeted the orderlies of stations, some clerks, and as you heard, some people who handle the armories of the stations, but there are also those who are not in those positions, but the majority are those categories. We intended to do this because of the strategic role the orderlies and clerks play in the stations. But that does not mean, sir, that we shall not train the others. All NCOs will be trained as I have outlined, but we had to begin with the strategic NCOs that exist in the stations. So I was recently given an assignment also by the Commissioner General that all reception clerks in all stations must be computer literate. Those who are not computer literate will be relieved of those roles so that we can have people who are computer literate. You know, we are in the phase of computerization of the service, and we cannot afford to have reception clerks, key people in a station who are illiterate in that field. So I'll work it out with my commissioners in the directorate to first of all assess those who are currently doing that job, and then probably think of training them. Those who are not trainable will be redeployed so that we get the people who qualify to be in those positions. I want to therefore, sir, appreciate the support you have given to our directorate in developing these programs and the trainings. Of course, given that even this training school directly falls under your supervision, we thank you for that. I want to thank the Commissioner HRD, Commissioner Sinja. I want to thank Commissioner Staff Administration and Counseling, Commissioner Uganda, and the commandant of the training school for the important role they have played in actualizing this training that has just concluded, and for the arrangements they have made to ensure that this training is a success. So with those very many words, I want to take this singular honor to invite you to talk to these people, and if you so please, you will, as the commandant said, declare whether they deserve to pass out or whether we can only go for Christmas break and invite them again after the Christmas break. So sir, you're welcome, sir.
All the senior officers and all other officers who have come to witness this very important ceremony, and the trainees. Good afternoon. I'm standing here on behalf of our Chief Executive, the Commissioner General of Prisons, who would have loved to witness this very important occasion because he was so passionate about it. But because of other duties, he was not able to make it. Therefore, I believe that the little remarks I'm going to make most likely must be a representation of what he would have loved to say, and probably more. My name is Akena Samuel. As you have been told, I'm the Deputy Commissioner General of Prisons. A lot has already been talked. The briefs given by the Commandant and the Director Human Resource clearly show how important this course is. For a very long time, we have just been doing this, basic course, and we end there. We go away, and that's it. But any organization cannot really move forward without serious input from the human resource. The human resource is very, very, very key, and it is central in the management of any organization. And the type of human resource that we have, to a very large extent, will determine whether it is a good organization or not. The performance and everything rests on that. As a simple example is just a tractor operator, a tractor driver. Just a tractor driver. I mean, anybody can drive a tractor, but how is he going to perform? He will perform if he's given more skills and knowledge. He will be able to maintain that tractor. He will be able to give out a good output from the tractor. Less than that, every time the tractor is breaking down. There is nothing you get out of it. So it is not just by mistake that now this emphasis on training, retraining, and training and retraining has taken a center stage in our organization. Personally, I was Assistant Commissioner Training and Operation for some few years, probably 4 or 5. And I know the importance. But as we continue to progress, expand, the need for skilling our personnel becomes paramount. You know clearly our UPS vision, our mandate, and the core objectives. We have a constitutional mandate, and then we have the assigned mandate. Now, are we going to achieve both? The constitutional mandate, when I talk about constitutional mandate, these are what as prison we stand for. Safe, secure, what, all those things, you know them. I don't need to go into that. Then when I talk about assigned mandate, as you are aware, from time and again, and from time to time, we get directives, we get assignments that is additional to our core. So many things have been happening and they will continue to happen. And I think Uganda Prisons Service now is a household name. It's a household name. By the way we have been performing our duties, both the constitutional mandate and the assigned mandate. I hope you fellows, when I say of assigned mandate, you understand it. What is it? Can someone say, can you give an example of assigned mandate? That sergeant there, who is really very smart, this one here, directly. Yes, you. Yes, you.
One of the assigned mandate is city multiplication.
One. Another one. Yes?
Cotton production is something.
Cotton production. Okay, thank you very much. That means you know. So it's very important. Now, how are we going to do all this? We must develop our human resource capacity to handle all this. But of course, core, you know, we exist because of the word prison. And prisons means prisoners. Okay? That is very core and very fundamental. Now, Director of Human Resource talked about our strategic directions we are taking. Yes? He has talked, and this embodies so many things. Of course, in all this, we are moving, but we are not living punitive as well. There is some bit of, we must also have kiboko. I'm not saying kiboko in the sense of beating. No. It's not beating. Because now, the prisoners that come into custody, well, we are not going to beat them, but they must also know that they are there also for punishment. And except also, we have the other side of rehabilitation. So we marry both so that we don't lose sight of what we are. So it's very important. And as top management, as the top leaders of the institution, we really want to leave behind really all these things put into place. And it's only the human capital which is in the center of all this. And therefore, it's not by mistake really that Director of Human Resource has highlighted all this what we intend to do. Now, you know our prison structure? We are supposed to be 39,000, correct? 49,000. 49,000. If we fully fill all the available vacancies, 49,000. Currently, as we talk, just about 14,300 something, just that. So you see all this gap. That means we can promote everybody and there will be no warden, there will be no chief, there will be no what, everybody. So what is it? Now, you are the backbone of this. So, all the opportunities are there for you people. The young ones, even the old ones like us who are going away, the opportunities are there. It is not upon you, it is incumbent upon you. You have been given this opportunity to learn more. You are now better than, I believe all of you are better than what you were before you came here.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You are now better. I saw here, I'm very impressed. And we believe that these are part of, you are these are the ones who are going to make things begin moving better. We are doing well, but we want to be even much, much better. Remember last year, last year, we were the best performing institution of government, ministry, agencies, and departments. And by the way, it is what you do. It is the work collectively we do that makes us what we are. So, as NCOs, you are the first seeds that have been planted. And we believe that the seeds were planted very well, rains were there, soils were well prepared, and they have germinated very well. You know, Mr. Kalisa is a farmer. So when I mentioned all these things, he was just looking and said, yeah. When you prepare soils very well, the rain is there. Of course, with the rain, sometimes you may not have, but there is also the aspect of irrigation and so on. So you manage the water part of it and so on. Seeds are well prepared, everything. Now, there you are. Today, you are the first lot. The first group to undertake this specialized junior and senior NCOs course. So, there you are. Unless you're going to disappoint us, that's it. Now, I told you that we have only 14,300 something. 49,000, you remove 14,000. Very big gap. So, all the opportunities are there for rising in rank. I was very impressed as I said that these sergeants were performing much better than the chiefs. Now the chiefs, I think they got contented, but I think that's not correct. Why should you get contented because you are now a chief, and then for you are now home and you are very okay? Huh? No. I know some say, age now, I'm about to go away. So, no. Even at the last hour, you can still get something. You can see me here with a gray hair. Eh? And at the last hour, I got something. You get it? So, you cannot just say because now you're at the last hour, now you just relax. No. Of course, when you have it, you know the one thing that is very important. But when you are aspiring, it is a motivator. It motivates you. But I believe all of us should be motivated. Even when you achieve, possibility of becoming a principal officer is still there. Yes, very seriously. And I'm very sure, among you here, some of you, not all, but some of you definitely will cross over on the other side. How are we going to do it? Use the knowledge and the skills you got here, go back, and we shall see the performance appraisal, these things you always, PF, is it 24? Yes. There should be a difference. Now, outside this, I I'm asking myself, how can a chief, a sergeant, a corporal who has worked for 17 years desert? There's something I'm not just understanding it. How? Come again? There is no space. Stress. Oh. Stress. Mismanagement. What else? I want to get it because you know when I'm signing that, you know, it always comes to me. I'm the one who always make that declaration. It's very, I find it a pain. Numbers XYZ is hereby declared a deserter and dismissed. I'm the one who do it. Then I send it to this man here, just to this commissioner here, just to send the but it's me. It's very painful. 17 years and you desert. Oh no, even if there is stress, even if there is mismanagement, what are you doing about it? Okay, now you are here. Now you know how. Because you are an orderly. You are an orderly at the station. A staff comes to you and places this one, application or our application. And some of the orderlies also, I don't know how they behave, they will keep on sitting on it. Huh?
Say something, I want to hear. You don't want?
Now you are being given the knowledge and management at that level of management, especially for the chiefs and probably sergeant a little bit. You see, management, when I talk about management, actually it starts from the very lowest level and it climbs up. So you are the NCOs, you actually are the eyes and the ears of the administration. Every day you are in contact with the warden, with the wardress, with the lance corporal, with everybody. Now, you should be able to identify. Now you talk of stress, you talk of this, you talk of this administration, and so on. Do you have these meetings of the NCOs or the junior at the station level? Do you have them? You have them? Don't lie to me. Do you have them? It's mixed. You know, these are things which you should. Because when you have those meetings, some of these issues start coming up. And you discuss it, you will be able to help a soul. It's so painful, 17, 18 years, and then you desert. Why? So you are the people. You should be able to interact. You are in the barracks, you are in church barracks, you are in church what, you are in church what, all those things. So it's really something that we really don't know yet, but we shall get to the bottom of the matter. So, I'll not go into the nitty-gritty of all those things that you did here, because I'm sure the commandant and the team and all those who are involved did their best. We only expect you to go out of this place and do the best. you see, you people, some of you go to courts. I hope they did something about court duties. I'm sure that I'm told that whoever who is taken to court, that's the first assignment. They will never default. Correct? True or false? Courts. You see, in the courts, that's the first contact we have with the public. Okay? So your deployment of the people going to courts, or probably you yourself there, you must be very selective. We don't want people who are going to spoil our name. They say it is a very lucrative deployment. Even the orderly, unless something passes, you may not take somebody to court. That in itself already is corruption. You see, when we talk of corruption, sometimes they think corruption is just the big men and big women eating big things. But corruption is across the board. It's very important that we desist, all of us, from the issue of corruption. It's bad, it is abominable. Live within your means. You are talking of stress. Some of you don't want to live within your means. That's why you get stressed. Yes. So, I want to conclude by saying this. This was prepared for me by the commandant and the team. The job was well done. We have much faith in you. You are the very first lot of officers to undertake this course. It's our policy, and we shall continue with that, as highlighted by the Director of Human Resource. You got the basic leadership skills, basic. So we hope you'll perform better. Make no mistake. Repeat no mistakes you have been making, because now you have been equipped. NCOs, you have a very important roles in the units. You are the one to ensure that systems which are there in place are followed. When I talk of systems, the quality assurance man is there taking note. Systems. You know, our system in prison is the most elaborate. You cannot make mistakes if you follow those systems put in place. I'm not going to go into them. Gatekeeping, storekeeping, water admission, all those ones, as long as you keep them tight, we have no problem. So you must ensure those systems, which you are the ones who are doing the work. You are the gatekeeper. You are in charge of gate. You are in charge of kitchen. You are in charge of working party. You are in charge of this. That is it. So this is not just for mere formality. You're coming here. Well, that's not for mere formality. It is for real. It's one of the cornerstones in our effort for professionalizing this service. Of course, as the person in charge of discipline, I cannot forget it. Discipline, discipline, discipline. Personal discipline and service discipline. Personal discipline is wide. I cannot elaborate. Financial, social, and what have you. Definitely we expect you to be better disciplined officer. And of course for the service as well. And when you are disciplined, your performance will no doubt be okay. respect is both ways. Of course, we the senior officers and also the junior officers. We must respect or mutual respect and considerations, as we always talk about. I was also told, and I saw through here, the direction of our country. We cannot forget about that. The ideological orientation, very important. Very, very important. We must be loyal to the power, to the authority. Individually, yes, you may be free to whatever, but loyalty. Which direction do we want this country of ours to be? You are part of the building blocks to ensure that this country moves. You are charged with the responsibility of maintaining security. Now, again, it is you who collude with others probably to have a prisoner released from courts when it is not due. How? So our way of thinking as Ugandans, first and foremost, that as prison officers, with all this wide mandate, it's very, very, very crucial. We must not be identified with any negative elements that destabilize this country. You people, this country came from very far. Some of you take some of these things for granted. Like even in prisons here, some of you think the way we are is the way we were. No, we came from very far. So the mindset, your ideology, the way we want this country to move. Many of you think it is the president, it is the cabinet, civil parliament. All of us, we have a responsibility. All of us. So, negative elements will never be entertained in the service. That's period. There's no negotiation about it. So, it's very important. We know the direction this country is moving. You are part of the building blocks. The president, I think we are in good books because he's seeing what we are doing. But some people, I don't know what kind of mind they have. The cabinet, the parliament, actually we are hot cake. We have become very hot cake. So, continue with that. Patriotism, we cannot, if we don't have patriotic officers, that's how some of these funny things start happening. We have come from far, and we shall not allow an individual to take us back. It has been a long walk. I, for one, I came here in very many years back. very, very many years back. I think okay, I don't know. 1987 September, that is not small. But it was not the prison now of today. I know some few may have been my squad around 88 there. I don't know whether they have it. If I don't have it, it's unfortunate. But it has been a long struggle. A long struggle to put the service where it is now. It has been a long struggle. And we are happy for some of us who may be going out sooner than later, probably. We are happy that this commitment, the hard work has paid off. You see, you look so smart. Even some of you have a choice. You have a problem of choice to make which dress you are going to put on now. I mean uniform. But in those days we have cobwebs, you know, around here. Cobwebs, everywhere, cobwebs. You know, you understand? Yes. Kedaka only peke. Terrible. But now you see what you are. So join hands together and we work for the good of this country, for the good of our service. We have come from far and we still have a long journey to make, but we have moved. As someone was saying that we are almost at autopiloting. You see the plane passing up there. There is a point where when the plane has reached a certain level, even the pilot can sit and relax and move around and check people in the whatever. The plane is almost flying. But of course we have a danger. Some people want to do things quickly. These are the things we are talking about. If you want to do things quickly, it's bad. If we were to want to do things very quickly, I don't think we would have moved like this. So that means we have to be systematic and we are sure we are in the right directions. The officers are there, all of us are here, and we believe that the mandate, the vision, our objectives, and all that is bestowed upon us as members of this service will all be met. You are part of that. And on behalf of the Commissioner General of Prisons, I want to thank every one of you who came, learning, and especially for the handouts. It's okay. I know you say some people fail, so we shall discuss, but we can have remedial, I don't know what, but you see, mature, every answer is correct, depending on how you, you know, all answers are correct, but depends on how, if we are this first intake, this one of basic coming warders and wardresses, recruits, they are with service. But these are people, even when he's sitting there doing exams, there is at the back of the mind, say, I don't know how my husband is. I don't know how my wife is. I don't know what the children out there are doing. It was some, you know, on you. That one, we understand it. Actually, he said it, and I think he also said it, that some people fail to turn out because of that. And I think we took note of that. We shall address it, that any other intake, we give you time. Because these are people, you know, there are some who are generals here. These ones here, there are generals here. Not only corporal, but they are studying, they are even beyond studying now become general. Because there is corporal, there is lance corporal, by the way. There is lance corporal, then there is a corporal, and it's a sergeant, beyond that, generals. So you find the general will have to take time to see how to put the home in order. Now, resources may not be enough, so we understand that, and I think the director has taken note of that, and we are also taking note of that we give you time to prepare. We shall give you time to prepare. So whoever really that did not just come because he or she thought this was a useless course, that one has missed the golden opportunity, the golden aid. To me, all of you have been, who have attended this, to me, it's a thing. It's a thing. something like that. No, you've done it. You're not going back the same person. I'm very sure about that. You're not going back the same person. So with all those very many remarks, and I'm also very content, I've been content that, by the way, we have been joined by Mr. Robert Munanora, Assistant Commissioner General Prisons, Director, Production and Engineering. So when you're in ASWA 1, ASWA 2, and Pinjire, that is the gentleman. You mean where ASWA 1, ASWA 2, and Pinjire, Odina, so you what, all those. So there you are. So we have been doing your welcome. Now, as I said, with all these many words, I'm very happy, I'm content that you have all deserved to be passed out. A single honor and pleasure, Commandant, you and your team, officers here, that I declared Junior and Senior NCOs course closed. For God, thank you so much.
I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. Who would?
Asante sana. Thank you so much, band. Sir, I wish to. Then the next on the program is out of 6%.
Thank you very much.
And scored a mark of 680 out of the expected 900. Congratulations. Next is Sergeant Wardress, Gwere Nusula, based in academics, who scored an average percentage of 65.7 and an aggregate total of 591 out of expected 900. Award of gifts and award of certificates. So those certificates you see them carrying, that is how all your certificates are looking like.
Thank you very much. That was very good. Now you come here.
So please don't go before you pick your certificates. Right after, line up in front of the DOPS office and make sure that you get. Don't leave it behind.
Now, bring the. So,
the most disciplined, that is Chief Warder 3 Ajaka Simon Peter. He was voted the most disciplined in his squad. And his colleagues and the instructors have noticed that he's very good at advising others and he relates very well with colleagues. That is important as one of our elements in definition of discipline, respect for others and consideration for colleagues and subordinates. He exhibited punctuality, calmness. Congratulations, Akampa Jasper. that marks the end of the gifts and certificates awarding ceremony. And sir, that still marks the end of our